somebody said a joke right as the theme song was ending, and I thought I wasn't going to laugh. I laughed. I lost it. Anyway, hello. Welcome to Blackness and Magic, Season 2 of Blackness and Dragons. This is our season finale. I'm your GM. I've been your GM this whole time. Hopefully when we come back, I'm still your GM. My name is Jordan. My pronouns are she, her. You can find me at @Lambertra. I'll be hanging out with y'all in chat tonight, so you'll see how to spell it. When I'm not here, I'm probably thinking about tabletop role-playing games, or doing shows on Smells Like Teen Eggs with Kiki, or playing and Say a Prayer for California with DK, or going to work with Moses, or making jokes with Jeff, because these are all my buddies, and I love them the most. Jeff, you're next.
Oh, boy. Well, you know, what a ride it's been. And I can't wait to continue to do Excel sheets with Kiki, and trade hair tips with DK, and plot to overthrow democracy with Moses, or plot to overthrow capitalism with Jordan. Hey, Kiki, you do it.
Oh, hi, I'm Kiki. When I'm not here, I'm cosplaying a toddler. JK, that's just how I look. Or you can find me at Smells Like Teen Eggs, or playing D&D with these lovely people. You know who probably has outside interests that I don't? Moses.
Oh, wow. You're right on the money with that one. You know who my interests are? It's smoking a blunt with my boy Jeff. It's taking a hit off the gravity bong with my girl Kiki. It's rolling a spliff and shooting that with them DK. Or hear me out. Growing an entire empire from the ground up, taking over the cartel's space, and overcoming all obstacles to become the best weed growers with my girl Jordan. You know who probably smokes, but not in that fashion? DK.
Yes, correct. On both accounts. I am DK, and I do smoke. It's a really bad habit, and I don't recommend it. When I'm not here, I'm probably still thinking about tabletop games. I'm probably inundating Jordan with information about them, or posting about them, or watching them. It's a good hobby, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Get into it. Just get on our level, hang out, play some tabletops. Speaking of playing some tabletops, we should do that. So I'm gonna throw it back to Jordan.
We should play some tabletops. I'm just going to tell you right now that 90% of my conversations with DK are like, hey, have you heard about this tabletop system? And then the other one is like, oh yeah, I own the book. That's our thing. I want to shout out a friend show of ours, Shrimp and Crits. They are a 5E real play podcast with a Southern twist. Awesome folks. Follow them, find them on Twitter. I will put how to spell that in the chat in case you don't know what to Google. Our Black History quote of the evening is going to come from Muhammad Ali, and that is float like a butterfly and sting like a bee, y'all. Whatever your thing is, you got to float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. So every week I normally watch the previous VOD so I can be certain of what happened before I form my notes for the next week. As it turns out, there was a technical difficulty with our VOD this week. So I'm going to try and be as accurate as possible in my recap. Call me out if I get this wrong, y'all. So last week you got body swapped and you were trying to hide it from your professor so they wouldn't know you had double-crossed Becky with 2 Ks. You asked Jan, the sentient backpack, for help, and Jan led you through a trivia game and helped y'all transform back into your own bodies. And then after that was resolved, you all went to go ask your professors what the shit was going on, and they basically confessed to being really bad adults and putting you all in the path of Montero. So then y'all went to the library to work out a decoy spell so you could try and maybe fight Montero, or at least help them figure out what to do, because it was very obvious that Montero was attacking the school. More people were going missing. So y'all casted a really good beat with Manoy, and you were about to leave the library when Erica Badon stopped you. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then the one thing that I couldn't remember, was Jan with you or not?
Yeah.
Okay, so Jan is with y'all. Erica Badon. Okay, cool. So that's what we're gonna pick up. So Erica Badon says, Jesus, I have to retcon. And you know what sucks about the retcon is that I ended on a really good line last week, you guys. I was waiting to hear it again. And I can't remember what it was. So anyway, Erica Badon says a really good line and stops y'all from leaving. She says, "Don't go out there yet, kids, because stuff is bad. I want to talk to you first."
Wasn't it the Quill Tyrone thing?
There was definitely a joke in there, because y'all know me. I crack a little jokey joke about everything, whether or not it's inappropriate. Basically, here's what's happening narratively. Erica Badon has a whole bunch of spell books floating around. She's trying to research something in the restricted section. Y'all cast a decoy spell, and you were about to go out to look at things. And as you were walking out, you were kind of like, "Hey, Erica," and then she was like, "Don't go yet."
I think if it might help you jog your memory, I think he went up and said, "Hey, what you got going on there?" And then Erica Badon replied something.
She was probably really cryptic about it, and she was like, "Wouldn't you like to know children's?"
Mm-hmm,
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
that sounds about right.
Sounds close. Yeah.
So basically, Erica Badon looks at you and she says, I know that we failed y'all. We could have done more to protect you. We could have done better to fight Montero. And I am doing my best to be accountable and rectify that situation. What I need from y'all right now is time.
Do you need us to buy you time?
137.
Yes, I need all of y'all to buy me a little bit of time. Go out there and do the best that you can and come back in about 15 minutes and we'll see where I am. And she says that and like she starts moving her hands, like more books start flying out of the restricted section.
Did she just ask us to go grocery shopping?
No, she asked us to go play bait.
But I thought that's what Doodle Bob version of Kiki was doing, or Buffy was doing.
And Erica Badon looks at you and she says, "What the fuck is a doodle bob?"
It's a long story.
Neo Miami,
That's how it is.
Listen, Doodle Bob is your business. I'm gonna let Doodle Bob be your business. What I do need, right? I have an idea. It's only partially formed. I need a little bit of time and a little bit of quiet. Come back in 15 minutes.
Not two things. You gotta go buy time and something called quiet. This is getting weird.
I'm gonna kind of like nudge everyone over to the side to have like a quick confab while she's looking at books. Honestly, this is like the only adult who's been real with us the whole time about any of this. It's more of a plan than we usually go in with. Make a distraction is more of a plan than we usually have, honestly.
I don't know. Can like future Kiki think about the time that we last trusted Erica Badon that I remember and it didn't go as planned?
Even if future Kiki had that thought, teenage Kiki wouldn't be able to do anything about it.
So we just don't do what she says.
I think I get it now. I think our future selves are watching this like a black movie. And every single time we do something stupid, they're like, "Don't go in there."
No, yeah, that is literally
Don't
what happens.
do it.
Every time teenage y'all says something, like when teenage Jeff makes a Bill Cosby joke, adult Jeff is like, "Nope, nope."
All right. Let's go play decoy then, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
What if we get on our brooms too, and then there's two of us, and whoever's coming after can't discern who's who?
I'm about it.
Let's do it. Also, I found this cat. I've named him DJ Batrick.
Solid. You have like a backpack you can put him in, bring him with.
You say that you found this cat. You named him DJ Batrick. And as Erica Bardone is doing her WandaVision thing and like pulling books off of the shelves, she like points at you like under the arm, like a cool like kind of situation, and she gives you a little baby Bjorn.
Oh, I'm so happy.
So you just got his little baby Bjorn. All of y'all are going out to play decoy, right?
Yep.
All right. So Erica Bardone keeps doing her WandaVision things. She is pulling books off the shelves. She's reading them. She is just like in a fury trying to get some stuff done. And the four of you jump on your brooms and you fly out the library window like you did several episodes ago. And when you get outside, you see that the four decoys are flying around, and you see that some of your professors are on the ground. It looks like they could be involved in a fight, but you can't necessarily see everything that's going on well from the ground.
Well, shit.
Moses, do you have your cape?
Oh, you mean this? Let me pull it out of my pocket.
You think you
I
can
have.
fly over and hover around these teachers, see what they're talking about?
Ooh.
Oh, for show.
Give me, yes, that's a great idea. Moses, before you go down there, give me a flight check, please. That's going to be, where you shoot at? Flight is
D4.
it's your D4.
Oh, here we go. 3.
Pardon me?
3.
Okay, so with a 3, you get down there. You fly down without any incident. Lucille goes right by you, and you get down. Was it Lucille or Louie? What was the name of your bat broom?
Lucille.
Yeah, Lucille. Lucille gets you down by where the teachers are, and you realize that they are absolutely in a fight. It looks like they're fighting two like reanimated bodies, like zombie type situations. You don't see Montero Jones, but like shit is going down.
I'm gonna shout out to them. Shit's about to go down.
And Method Man and Red Man pause the spells that they're casting, and they look up at the voice that came out of nowhere, and they go, "Shit's already going down, homie."
I'm gonna fly as I'm flying away. I'm gonna go, ooh, got you, fam.
And I do just want to let you know that while we're not going to have a play-by-play of their fight, that it did give everybody inspiration, so they do better in their fighting.
Cool.
All right.
And as Moses is flying back up to you, you guys start to hear a flurry of wings and flight noises again, and you recognize the noises.
This fucking guy.
What do you think it is, Morgal?
That headed bitch.
Is it our fucking three-headed friend? God damn.
And as all three of you guys are going, not again, you hear a voice say, "We are back to live deliciously." Yes, it is the Chimera again. So this is how this fight is going to work. Because you have yourselves and also your doodle bobs, I'm going to give you 2 actions every turn.
Okay.
Does that sound fair?
You.
All right. So, and I don't remember our actual order, and it would take me a long time to open up files to get there. So can we just go the order I see you guys on my screen, which would be Darius, then Morgaus, then Buffy, and then Moses. Is that cool? All right, so wings are flapping. You hear the fucking "I want to live deliciously," and you look, and of course it's your three-headed bitch again. The Chimera's back. One dragon head, one lion head, and one goat head. Darius, you're up first. What's your move?
For
you, action for Doodle Bob.
We're gonna work together.
Okay.
Because unbeknownst to everybody, I've finally perfected my school project that I've been working on, which was hypothesis: what if punches could have the power of kicks? So I have developed kick punching. So my Doodle Bob goes to grab the dragon, and then I'm going to punch the dragon, but my punch will have the strength of a kick.
I mean, I guess that works. I'm gonna need you to roll some dice for that, please, sir.
Yeah. How about a little brawn to hold the dragon and a little fight to fight the dragon?
Yeah, that works. Give me that.
All right. That's a 5 to hold the dragon.
5 doesn't hold.
Uh-oh. Sorry, Doodle Bob. But then I, with a 6, I try to punch it. And remember, that punch has the strength of a kick.
So 5 slows him down, but it doesn't hold him. And I will say that 6 will give you half damage. So it'll do 3 damage on this Chimera right now. So, all right, we're at... who's got 3 damage. Morgals, what are you and your Doodle Bob gonna do?
I think I am going to try and create a magical net, one that is Chimera resistant. And then my Doodle Bob is going to just fly to the opposite side of me, on the other side of the Chimera. So, brains and fly?
Yep, let's do that.
Okay, so it was a 12 for me for brains, and then what is my flight? My flight is 10. And a 10 for Doodle Me.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. So, I mean, yeah, that lands for sure. Give me another roll for damage, please.
What is my damage die?
Just use your D20. That's fine.
2 damage. That feels accurate.
Okay, so here's what happens. So Doodle Bob flies behind. You transfigure this net out of nowhere using your great brains and magical power. I'm gonna say that you grabbed like a straw out of your broom and transfigured it into a net. And this net has like 3. It's like one handle, but 3 different net pieces. And so you swing, and it lands over all 3 heads. So all 3 heads are, I would like to live deliciously, but like they're not going anywhere. But it didn't do much damage. So we're still, all 3 heads are still in this fight. Buffy Doodle Bob.
I hop on my broom and whip Jan to the front of my chest, and
so you and Darius are both wearing little front packs. I just want to point that out.
Yeah. And I asked Jan if she's got any cooking supplies in there.
And Jan goes, what are we making?
We making food, girl.
She spits out a measuring cup set and a tiny frying pan. Like, you know, when you go to a restaurant and you order one personal shashuka and they give you that little baby skillet, you've got that.
All right, I'm gonna use a spell with these 2 items to try to conjure a flying food truck.
Baller.
I am upset. What?
And Doodle Bob Buffy is gonna put on her chef's hat and tried to sway the chimera to come to this food truck.
What? Oh, it's gonna be Charm, isn't it? Yeah, I feel like Charm is the fair. I feel like Charm is the fair stat to use for this, but it's honestly not fair because that's your D20. So just give me your rolls for this.
15. 19.
No!
Food truck. Food truck. Come on.
So out of nowhere, you hear like a big old like bang, blam, like just like metal on metal noises. And there is a floating food truck in the sky. And that's your turn. That's your turn, Buffy. Moses, what would you like to do now that you see the chimera is trapped in a net and also there is a floating food truck? What would you like to do?
Doodle Bob. I imagine I'm still invisible because I still have my thing, so
Yeah.
I'm assuming that the chimera doesn't see me at all.
No.
So using my grit, I'm going to do a sneak attack and do a running punch to the back of his head. Unbeknownst to Darius, I've been reading his notes thinking that it was a good manga to catch up on, but like in print form. So I too have inadvertently learned how to kick punch. And so my sucker punch is a sucker punch at the strength of a kick. So it's a sucker punch kick punch. Also, Doodle Bop me, distracted by the food truck, goes to the food truck to order something.
So give me your grit roll, which is going to be your D20. And I guess give me Doodle Bob's brains roll, which is what's Doodle Bob's brains? That's your D10.
I got a nat 20 for my kick punch, and Doodle Bob gets a 5.
Okay. Roll your D20 again to give me some damage, please.
13.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay, and so for the sake of accuracy, are you kicking one of the heads or is it like a spin kick punch?
It is a round. It's to be
It's a roundhouse punch?
a roundhouse punch. Again, invisible, so element of surprise.
Yeah.
They're caught up in a trap. Power of a kick. Also, I want to put some stank on it because I still haven't showered in like the entire semester.
Of course not. So you definitely, they don't see you, but one of the heads is like, "Can you smell that?" And then suddenly they are all just knocked out. Like they go full on cartoon character, like head to the side, stars around it spinning because you kick punched the shit out of all three of them by surprise because you were invisible. And as everyone is reacting to that, you all hear a cash register noise at the food truck, and you see Doodle Bob Moses, me, I'm annoyed with French fries.
I'm gonna fly straight to him and get some of them French fries.
I just want to say right now that as the GM, I had an opportunity to make something really crazy happen to you, and I chose not to take it. I chose not to take it.
Thank you.
Were the fries actually going to be Montero?
No, the
What?
fries to turn him into a mongoose was my choice, but I decided not to go.
Oh, that's really good. Wait, is Montero a cobra?
We have more plot to get to. I decided not to take the mongoose route. The chimera is still not completely done for yet. So we're back to the top of action. And honestly, with the few like hit points that he has left, he's no good for a turn on himself. So I'm just gonna skip a turn and go right back to you, Jeff. This is like KO time. What are we doing?
So I see that Moses has mastered kick punching, and I'm like, I still have so much to learn. And then I look at my hands, but then I look at my hands, I look up at the fries, and I realize that each fry is filled with infinite deliciousness, just as powerful as the entire box of fries. And I say, what if each of my fingers could have the power of one kick? And I imbue each my fist with the power of 5 kicks, and then Doodle Bob comes behind me, and then we become like a god with like multiple arms.
You fusion dance with your Doodle Bob. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, basically, yeah. And I have like a whole bunch of arms. And then I say I can probably only use this technique once. It'll have to be enough. And then just the text across the stream, 1,000 kick punch of the North God. And it's just a cat, just like.
I'm going to need you to roll your D20 3 times to see if any of this works. I'm just gonna have you roll your D20 for this. It's gonna be for you to do the fusion dance, for Doodle Bob to do the fusion dance, and then any damage that may occur if you pass this.
Real quick, Jeff, real life Jeff, you're my favorite.
I spent a lot of time in the writer's room for this week. Wanted to make sure I had all my best stuff. 14, 18, and then it rolled off the desk and landed on its side, and then re-rolled again, 15. Also, I just want to remind you that these punches do have the power of kicks.
I'm just punch this chimera apart right now.
I just want to point out that I set it at like a majority rules DC situation. So if 2 of your 3 rolls were higher than what I had set it at, which was 15, I was going to let you get away with this. And 2 of your 3 rolls were higher than 15. So it works. And taking inspiration from what DK said as a yes, and you kicked punch with the fury of 1,000 kick punches. And literally the chimera splits apart. And a goat falls out of the sky to the ground with a pew! And then a dragon falls out of the sky with a pew! And then lastly, the lion, he tries to roar, and it goes pew! And all 3 of them land on the ground. And sensing that the danger is over, your Doodle Bob selves, Doodle Bob fusion dance with Darius, you unfusion dance and you separate. And all of your Doodle Bob selves say goodbye, and they share Doodle Bob Moses' fries, and they fly away.
Who's going to run the food truck?
Pitch, who has been, he was there to keep watch over the Doodle Bobs, flies back and lands on Morgause's shoulders. Jan is still front ways on Buffy, and the cat, DJ Batrick, is still front ways on Darius.
I guess I'm the lion now. Wait, should have said go. Messed it up. Sorry, can we...
You know what? That was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life, so I'm gonna let you have that one.
High five, bro!
Yeah! Great kick punch!
I can't believe none of you guys used the food truck.
I got some fries left over. My guy bought some. What's up?
Yeah, I'll take a fry.
I also did not know that the boys now knew how to punch something until it went to sleep forever and became 3 separate things. So I was anticipating this going on for a lot longer.
The DM out of character says, "Don't worry about that."
What?
Cool.
In character, your DM says, so you guys, Moses, I'm assuming you share your french fries with everyone, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So y'all are all sharing french fries, and you fly back into the library window, and you walk up to Erica Badont eating French fries. And she is still. Go ahead,
Can
DK.
we keep that food truck?
Huh?
Can we keep that food truck? Can that just like follow behind us and just kind of like hover outside the library window?
Yes, it hovers outside of the library window. Clearly, it cannot fit inside the library window, so it's just hovering outside the library window. And y'all all walk up to Erica Badont. She's still mid WandaVision status, researching stuff and looking at things. And she stops and looks at the four of you eating French fries, and then looks at the window. And then she looks at Buffy and she says, well, damn, you really must have been paying attention during the whole shit.
These fries are good.
What can I say? Happiness over everything.
And she looks at the books and she says, there's a lot happening right now. And before I can do what I need to do, we do need to take care of what's going on campus. I have an idea and it will work. It will require the four of you, but right now I need you to go help with what's going on outside. And you guys look at the window and she stops you and she says, no, take the hallway this time.
The food truck, though. I'm gonna walk towards the food truck and order a burger.
One for me
give me.
I'm gonna order two burgers.
Give me a grit roll.
It fell.
Moses, give me a milkshake.
French fries. More French fries, please.
9.
9. I'm gonna. I'm so upset. With a 9, I'm gonna say that you successfully placed an order. And Erica Badont looks at you and she just goes, "Time is of the essence."
We haven't even gone to the store yet to get you your time. Calm down. There is a Crimea outside. I'm hungry. Here's your milkshake. Here's your fries. You got a burger, right?
Burger, yeah.
Burger. What'd you get, Buffy?
I got a milkshake. Thank you.
Milkshake. Oh, here you go. Yeah.
Do y'all all eat in the library?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yep.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
As you're eating in the library, you hear the disembodied voice of the librarian. It sounds a lot like Kerry Washington, and she goes, "There's no eating in the library."
Hmm.
I'm drinking, so
It is currently happening. So
I wish you would.
I'm just gonna keep shoving fries in my mouth.
Well,
And Erica Badont is listening to all of this and shaking her head as she's like searching through some more restricted books. And she says, maybe you do need to fuel up. Yes, you are growing children need to eat. But when you're done, I'm gonna need you to go in that hallway and take care of some things.
all right.
I'm kind of full now.
If anybody
Right.
has leftovers, we could put them in Jan.
Can I get one more fry to go, please? I'll order one more fry.
Give me another grit roll.
Why did I put my dice up just now?
Why'd you put your dice away? We're not done.
I just have this satchel. I want to use it. It's a whole
A
satchel.
bag of holding.
Mm-hmm. 15.
Oh, damn. And I did set it higher this time. Yeah, with a 15, you get another set of fries to go.
Oh, can I get a Coke?
You get a Coke, and it's a Mexican Coke. That way it's in a bottle, so you can put it in Jan.
Ooh. Oh.
Are y'all ready to go into the hallway?
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
Yep.
Erica Badont looks at you as you all start to walk out, and she says, "Be brave and be strong, and be back here in about 25 minutes."
I don't know. In Black Mama, that's like an eternity.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
You're not wrong. So you guys walk into the hallway, and it is not the hallway that you used just a couple of hours ago to get to the library. Things are messed up. It is incredibly dark. There's smoke everywhere. Like there's busted windows. There's pillars of glass. and like you just kind of like you hear distant music, and it's just like everything's very odd. Y'all react in any type of way?
Oh, what the fuck is wrong with our school?
I'm gonna leave. I don't do scary shit.
Are we?
Yeah, should we just like go somewhere else?
She wants us to walk toward that, right? That's what she wanted. To just walk into more of that.
I'll go take a look for you guys. I got this. I ain't scared no ghosts.
Do you just walk as you are, or do you put your invisibility cloak back on?
I reach into Jan. I pull out some fries. I put my invisibility cloak on. Hands kind of visible. The fries totally visible. I'm just gonna eat as I walk down.
As you are doing that, you're assuming that you are not visible, and the crying ghost, Maya Harper, materializes and floats towards you, and says, "Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Moses. I've been looking for help. Follow me."
Oh, how do you... All right. Hey, it's that Maya bitch.
Oh,
The one who wants to never talk to us again? That one?
Yeah.
That's a great sign. Okay.
I mean, I said I never wanted to talk to you again, but also Darius promised to avenge me, so y'all gonna come or not?
All right. Respect. Let's go.
Yeah, for Darius.
And so Maya Harper leads you down the hallway, and the further and further you get into the school, the worse things look. There is definitely a fight that has happened here. And Maya Harper leads you all the way to the dungeons, which appear to be locked. But when you get to the door, she floats through it and then opens it from the other side. And on the other side of the door are Professor Mary and Juliet.
Are they conscious? Like, are they?
yeah.
What condition are they in?
They are in a very weakened state. They are conscious, but they are incredibly weak.
Who are these
What
people?
if we give him some of the tears?
Why do we keep on they're my
I'm not listening to this. I'm sprinting.
When Daria says they're my tears, Maya looks at you and she goes, "Well, technically."
Yeah, but you gave them to me. So if you make something and you like when like the
finders keepers.
like if I baked you cake. Thank you.
And
That's selfish.
as the three of them are arguing, Morgas, you made a beeline, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So you run over to Professor Mary and Juliet, where they're basically just laying on the floor of the dungeons, and they look like they look awful. They're alive, but they are not in good shape.
Oh, okay. I think I go for Juliet first because Juliet has been missing the longest. And I just want to like check her out for injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and make sure she wasn't hurt.
Give me a brains roll.
Hold on. It ran into another die.
Oh.
It's a 9, so I'm freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, with a 9, you're freaking the fuck out. You can tell, like, there are no bones broken. She's not actively bleeding. Like, there's not blunt force trauma, but you can tell the difference between a healthy person and a sick person, and she's definitely not a healthy person.
I pull out some Oreos from my bag, and then I just like try to like feed them to both of them.
You're done arguing with Maya?
Huh?
You're done arguing with Maya?
I see DK, and I'm like, oh, look, hold on a second, and I reach into my bag, and I like try to like feed them Oreos.
You try to give them Oreos. So you try to give them Oreos, and they're so weak that they can't bite. So like, you know, sometimes when you try to give like your dog a treat when it's not feeling well and they can't bite, it just kind of sits there in their lips. That's what happens.
Okay, so I chew it for them, and I just like baby bird it to them. I saw it in a movie once.
Give me a brains roll for that.
Woo! Woo!
If he succeeds on this, I would like to make a fight roll.
That's a 4.
With a 4, nothing happens. It's just
But
real.
it explodes.
Oh, it explodes! Damn it! Okay, go ahead.
And that's another 4. Let's see. Okay. Can we make it all the way to 50? That's another 4.
Shut the front door.
Jesus Christ. That's a 4. Whew, whew.
Is it
Hot
like
die,
Monopoly
hot die.
rules where
Fell
if
on
you
my
roll
table.
doubles too many times?
And that's a 1. That's 17.
We're gonna find out what that baby bird motion does with the 17 when we come back for break. We're having a technical difficulty, guys, so we're gonna take a really quick 2-minute break, and we will be back. Hey, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. Life happens. Okay, so Jeff miraculously rolled a 17 to try and chew up some Oreos and feed them to the passed out professors Mary and missing student Juliet.
I would just like to point out that my baby birding should still have some residual power of kicking.
No!
Just a little bit.
This is the one time where I'm not going to yes and with you, my dude. Normally, y'all are real good at getting me to yes and this is the one time where I'm like, the food, no. Geez Louise. Anyway, so Darius chews up his Oreos and feeds some to Professor Mary. And because she hasn't been missing so long, it works, and she does start to reawaken. She's very confused. Where am I? What's happening? What's in my mouth?
It's a Oreo. The outside is vanilla. The inside is chocolate. Oops.
I don't think I like that. Because Juliet has been missing longer, it doesn't do anything for her. You can still see her chest rising and falling. She is not dead, but the Oreo business didn't work on her.
I have an idea.
Yes.
Why don't we take some of these leftovers and then mix them with some of these tears, and then we could just give them a shake.
10 tears.
Give me your brains roll for that, please, Buffy.
Brains, my brains are kind of big, but not that big.
Big old brains, big old brains. 2d10. You got a 7?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so with the 7, you get to mixing stuff up. You take some of the French fries, you take some of the shake, you take the ghost tears, you mash it all up. And I'm assuming you just try and like feed it to Juliet without being ridiculous about it.
Yeah.
So you feed some of the mixed up stuff to Juliet. DK, you're visibly glad about this, right? Because she's not being weird about it.
I don't want to be Morgause's friend, even though her best friend is going to come back to life. You know, got to make sure that this is like cool.
This just means I have multiple besties. Everything is coming up roses for me. This is fantastic for me. I have an additional friend.
And so Juliet also starts to wake up. She is still incredibly weak. Like, even if you gave this girl crutches, she would not be able to walk out on her own. But both her and Professor Mary are awake at this moment.
Well, damn.
Where you guys been this entire time? What's going on?
Juliet looks at all of you and says, I was at Randy's Donuts getting ready to come back for the semester, and then I wasn't.
Okay.
Do you know where you've been since you were not at Randy's Donuts?
I don't know if it was here in this room or somewhere else. It was not good. I did not have a good time. I was somewhere and I just felt weak and tired and I couldn't do any magic.
Did someone take you?
Yes.
Do you know what they looked like or what their name was? Point on Jan where they touched you.
And Juliet manages to smile, like she's so weak that she can't actually laugh, but she like smiles. And then she's like, is that fucking backpack talk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jan's the homie.
And Jan looks and she goes, yes, I am indeed the homie. And Juliet looks around and she's like, how long have I been not here?
A long time.
A while.
Yeah.
But I didn't like replace you or steal your life or anything. I was just like, trying to make a friend. So like, don't take it personally. Like we can all be cool.
And Jan says, well, it's not summer, so it couldn't have been a cruel summer. This is like school year. Hey, sorry, I had to make a joke. If y'all have not watched Cruel Summer on Freeform, you should do it. It's a good watch. Kiki and I made a video about it. Anyway, as y'all are trying to get more information, you start to hear the same strange noises that you were hearing up in the hallway. It kind of sounds like music, and it's like, call me when you want to, call me when you need to.
So it's getting closer.
It starts in Jumanji with the weird drumming. Like, it's very ominous.
But like it's definitely getting closer.
It's definitely getting closer.
That's an ish right there. You guys feel that?
Is there like a
beat.
Cupboard in this room? Like
a what?
Is there like a cupboard in this room? Like something we could kind of just stash them in so they don't die while we figure out what the fuck is going on?
It's a dungeon, so you could go deeper into the dungeon. Very much think the first Harry Potter movie when like they keep going further and further and further. Like there's the room with the chest and the room with it's that situation. So it's possible that you could attempt to drag them further into the dungeon, but like will the noise get closer to you as you're doing that?
30-year-old me yells out, damn, that's a bad idea.
Darius, Moses, you guys, will you carry them?
Hell yeah. I grab Juliet. I'm like, Juliet! And I don't know what she says. I just like do one of these things.
Okay, so I need brawn rolls from both Moses and Darius.
How does a 12 do for Milady?
Oh, 12 is you pick her up like she's a sack of potatoes. It ain't nothing for you.
I finished my fries.
On the front. You look like a blob, like a number 8.
Yeah. He's got Juliet on his back like a backpack. He's got DJ Patrick and a baby Bjorn on his front.
I've also got fellas on my left and honeys on my right.
Dang.
Don't ever make an R. Kelly joke.
I hate that I love that song and he's so terrible.
Okay, side note, Robert Pattinson played me that song on the piano. It was
That's amazing. That's the best. That's the best. Full stop. That's the best.
Yeah, I don't even have a comeback to that. Forget everything I was going to say. Moses, what are your roles?
Before I say my role, I want to preface with I haven't stopped eating fries this entire time, so I finished eating my fries. I dump out everything that was in there, kind of like lick
the extra salt.
Yeah, just to like get it Probably got crumbs on my face, so I just sit there for a hot second just to like rub it off. And then I attempt to pick up Miss Mary with my 1.
Clearly it doesn't work. Professor Mary is still on the ground, but because she hasn't been passed out longer, like you try to pick her up, it doesn't work. You're not strong enough, and she's kind of like, oh, 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 and she heaves herself up and is able to kind of get upright. I'm gonna need flight rolls from both Darius and Moses.
Flight.
Flight. Flight's your D12, Darius. Moses, your flight is that's the wrong thing.
D4.
10.
Okay. Moses.
3.
So a 10 works. You just take off, Darius. You take off with Juliet on your back. Juliet on your back, DJ Patrick on your front, Honeys to the left, Fellas to the right. You take off and you get Juliet to safety. Moses, you have a much harder time. Lucille is not used to this extra weight. Professor Mary can barely hold herself upright, so you're just kind of like you're
backfire.
It backfires. Like you're making progress, but it's not good progress. And we're gonna get back to that in a second because as Moses, or not Moses, I'm sorry, as Buffy and Morgause pointed out, the music is getting closer and closer. And you, call me when you want to, call me when you need, I'll be on the way. You hear more and more music. And the room starts to get warmer and warmer. And it gets very bright. And it's a really good thing that you didn't go deeper into the dungeon because from that direction comes someone. And they look like a young black man, you know, like a nice buff-looking, well-toned black man. But they've got horns, their eyes glow, they've got big old wings, they got red pigtail extensions, and you both know.
I like these Nikes too. What up, bro?
They've got these crazy-ass Nikes with red soles, and you both know that you are looking at Montero Jones.
I'm mad their whole fit is so fresh, first of all.
I know.
Like, is this person actually a bad guy?
What did you say, Darius?
Hello, is this person actually a bad guy? I feel like he might be a role model to, like, everybody. So, I don't know.
What do you, how do you outwardly react? Because I know inwardly y'all are pissed that he looks so fresh. How do you outwardly respond?
Can I have your autograph?
And he looks at you and he says, well, as the future chancellor of the Black delegation, I guess my autograph will be worth something someday. And he just takes his wand and like Disney Channel style.
Dun, 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 dun.
And then it conjures up a piece of paper with his name on it in gold, Montero Jones.
Little does he know, he just signed a contract with me. Oh. And I am a wickedly awesome witch. And I own you now, which means I own all your magic, sir. We call these royalties.
Roll your D20. Roll your D20.
$19.
So he looks at you and he just goes, what? And the music cuts out, and it's like that part at the end of Aladdin when they catch Jafar in the loop in the loophole, and he's what? And he just starts shaking. And like things get crazy, and he just literally fucking disappears.
That's what we call royalties.
Buffy, you are the smartest person I've ever met in my entire life.
Guys, remember when I kick punched? That was pretty. No, that's
Well,
fine.
you're not. You didn't actually see any of this, Darius, because you were flying Juliet to safety. What you do see is that you've flown Juliet to safety, which is in the Great Hall. Moses is behind you at a very slow pace because his broom is just not having it. And
can I argue that I was in the room, but because I was so concentrated on trying to not crash and burn, I didn't see anything.
Yeah, for sure. We can argue that. This is where we're going to pick up. We're going to rewind for 2 seconds. Also, Crime Machines, a.k.a. Yana, in chat that says, Buffy hit him with the Bad Boy Records realness.
Bad boy, bad boy.
It always comes back to Diddy. It always
Diddy is all.
Diddy.
You saw how fast he signed that contract?
What happens.
He wanted it so bad.
Moses, you're in the Great Hall with Juliet, getting her help from the school nurse, because that's where they set up a triage unit. This is so good. That's where you are, Darius. Moses, he backfires up behind you, and he sets down Professor Mary, and then Buffy and Morgause run up right behind you, and right behind them is Maya Harper going, "You did it! You avenged my death!"
I got you, girl.
Promises made, promises kept.
I
hope that nobody terrible ever uses this phrase.
I had to go back because bro went all the way to the Northeast delegation to learn how to steal something, when sometimes all you have to do is ask.
And when you say Northeast delegation, out of nowhere, you hear and see Becky appear and be like, I really don't think that it's right for you to slander us because we've done nothing but trying to help you all.
And I'm going to cast a spell to shut Becky up.
I'm not even going to make you roll for that. I forget what movie it is, but there's a movie where they do that, like the person's mouth just disappears and you like, but there's no mouth there. That's what happens to Becky.
I'm gonna yell out, "Thank you!" And then my residual trash, I'm gonna throw it at her face.
It hits her face and it bounces off, and she's super embarrassed about it. So she sits down, which, like, honestly, she should have sat there and ate her food to begin with. What do you, Darius? Are you going to ask them what happened back there?
I'm just going to assume that it's something that I did. I'm like, I guess Montero Jones knew that he couldn't handle the 1,000 crack fist punch of the fist kick punch. And I really need to work on the title. And I just spent a whole bunch of time like rewriting the title of the attack.
And as Darius is stressing about this, Pitch starts going, bird, 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 bird,
bird. Bud, what's going on?
Bird, bird. And you can tell that he means that you need to go back and talk to Erica Bondot.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
We should. Now that the world's not ending, I guess we should go find out what it was she was doing.
She was doing absolutely nothing. I feel like we just did everything. Also, what the hell happened back there? Where's
Buffy saved the whole world, is what happened.
that flag guy?
Buffy saved the world. It was incredible.
Okay.
Dang, really?
Yeah. I was useless. Buffy saved the whole world. It was great.
Damn.
I'm full hype man at this point, just like, yo! Like, I've completely given up any pretense of being quiet or timid. I'm extremely hype on Buffy right now.
So the four of you run back to the library, and Erica Bondot is sitting at a table with dozens and dozens of books stacked around her in various like openness and piles, and just bitch looking crazy per the huge. Some of them are on the table, some of them are floating in the air. Like, but she's clearly waiting for you to return. Do you say anything to her as you enter the library?
Yeah. Kick open the door. Done. Next.
We did it. All four of us contributed
There's a
equally.
lot of time to keep going and coming back and going and coming back. So I just want to know, how were you actually going to help us today? Because I feel like we got it all done without you.
So she looks at all four of you and like acknowledges what is happening. And she like looks at Darius and she's like, yes, all four of you helped in your own way. Thank you, Buffy. And she looks at the four of you and she says, Montero Jones has been coming back every 15 years since he lost the chancellorship in 1869. What you did today, Buffy, bought us some time. Shut up, Jeff. I
That was in character.
What you did today bought us some time, but he will be back in 15 years. We need to destroy him for good.
Who is we? Is there a French mouse in your pocket?
Yeah.
She laughs at the French mouse comment and then she goes right back to seriousness. And she says, I was working on a plan. It is a plan that will protect all of the black magicians in America, but it is also a little crazy and a little dangerous.
You have me at dangerous.
I'm tired of this. It ain't even giving what it's supposed to have gave.
I mean, we're in high school. Just to circle on back to that, we're in high school. So this is a lot. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying like about
what's in it for us?
Help us help you, because this doesn't sound like a great deal right now.
And she looks at you and she says, I am going basically to hide all the magic from Montero. I'm going to hide all the magic from everyone. And in order for the next 15 years. Now, in order to do that, I will at some point have to reawaken your magic. And that may not be pleasant. And it may do some strange things to the lives that you lead over the next 15 years. But if we do that, 15 years from now, you will have the power to kill Montero for good.
Pass.
Am I just supposed to volunteer all my magic? Because I've been working real hard.
I'm not gonna do that. Sorry, I just learned how to kick punch.
It's not forever. It's a magic break.
Yeah, still no. Hard no.
That's like 50 years from now.
That's a fuck no.
Like, I'm gonna be old by the time I get my magic back. What's even the purpose?
Girl, 30 ain't even that old. And your frontal lobe ain't fully formed yet. So you're going to have a fully formed frontal lobe and a whole bunch of extra magic, because I'm going to take all the magic from everybody and then give y'all extra stuff when you come back to fight Montero in 15 years.
Now you just being mean, talking about our frontal lobe? What are you trying to say?
You know what?
Is that?
Tired about it.
Also, like, that's exactly,
our
frontal lobes are not fully formed yet, and you're just like, hey, here's a massive decision that's not just going to affect you, but everybody in the world for the next 15 years.
If any of these adults could do it, they would have done it by now. But y'all know the rest of us is useless.
Yes. Well, why are you saying we the ones that can save the world, but also we got the formed faces? What? Make your mind up.
It's a little column A and a little column B. Both things can be true.
You know what? Hard no. Pass.
I'm gonna need something in return, girl. A promise, a date.
You have to pull this magic from this my cold dead body.
The problem that we're having is that being able to do magic is extremely cool and dope and choice and money and good. And 15 years of not being able to do that is less so.
Yeah, but then 15 years from now, when you get it back, you're going to be able to do extra cool stuff because I'm going to give you everybody's magic.
Yeah, that's just... Go ahead, Moses.
I was just going to say, you take my magic from me 15 years from now, when I get it back, I'm going to find you. I'm going to hunt you down. I'm going to beat your ass.
Whoa. I like grab him. I'm like...
So you grab him, and at the same time, she says, I'm not really taking it. Think of it as a loan. Also, and like she looks at DK, like she looks at Morgause very knowingly at the kick your ass part. She goes, whatever you got to do in the future, just go ahead and do it.
30-year-old me is like, no regrets. 16-year-old me is creeped out. 16-year-old me is like, okay. Yeah. Thanks for that. Thanks for those comforting words. Give us a minute. And I'm just gonna kind of, even though I know she can probably overhear, I'm just gonna kind of shuffle everybody away.
Rebuttal.
We talking about giving up our magic. That's like giving up our cars, you know?
It don't make no damn sense.
It make no damn sense.
And
We
for
just
like
killed the guy.
a long time.
Yeah.
You and Moses, when you say you just killed the guy, she goes, you didn't kill him. You just kind of made him go to sleep for a little while. He's going to come back. He does this shit every 15 years.
And I shout back, copyright law lasts 27 years in the state of California. Everybody knows that.
He was hanging out with white people, and we know they don't honor contracts. Look at the Louisiana Purchase.
That's true. That's true. She does have a point.
Okay, guys, this is what I'm concerned about. If we get everybody's power, then we're responsible. Like, we're just hoarding all that power. Like, obviously, people who have a lot of power are going to, like, use it to benefit society. But what if we just, like, go to space randomly and don't help anybody?
I'm not gonna lie to you. If I have the option to go to space instead of like fighting a fucking dragon or whatever it is Erica Badu wants us to do, fully gonna take that option.
Yeah, we just all go to space. It's a logical thing to do if you have a lot of power.
So what's the repercussion if we don't give up our magic?
We got magic. It's a
Then
win-win
Montero might kill
situation.
y'all because you are absolutely promising. You beat him once, he's going to be out for vengeance. He is not giving up losing a contest to Oprah back in 1869, y'all.
I mean,
If they've been doing this,
I have a bone to pick with this fool because my friend's been gone for a long time. Granted, made a lot of cool new friends, and that's really awesome. But like, if he's feeling froggy, he's welcome to leave in 15 years.
And when she said back in 1869, your 30-year-old selves hear that in an echo, and it goes, back in 1869, back in 1869, back in 1869. Teenage y'all are still arguing.
So I'm not giving my magic to nobody. Nobody owns me. I am a free witch. Yeah, if you want my magic, you're gonna have to steal it from my dead body.
I'm down to throw hands.
That's the move. Darius.
I don't know. It doesn't seem right to give up something that we've worked so hard for, but what if Montero Jones comes back and he kills the shit out of us? That would really suck. so many anime and manga I won't be able to read as an adult.
If he's as powerful as everybody says that he is, it's not gonna matter whether we have magic or not. So if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die magical.
Mm-hmm.
But we'd have more magic, and maybe we could do something.
But we'd have other people's magic.
I'm not trying to take other people's.
And Erica Badu says, I'm not taking it from you forever. It's a loan. I'm going to give it back.
Yeah, we learned a lot about that in America's history, especially Black America's history. I don't want to loan you nothing, girl. You ain't my friend. You ain't my kid.
Shoot, my cousin still owes me $20 from 2 summers ago. I'm still waiting. Still waiting, Carl.
Guys, let's just flip a coin.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Pull out a coin from my bag and say, heads, we do it. Tails, we say fuck it and go eat some French fries.
There's no good option, so
I already got
let's do it.
fries, but let's do it.
And as you're flipping the coin, none of you are necessarily looking at Erica Badu, and she is definitely doing some shit underneath the table with her hand.
Well,
What is it?
Oh no, it's heads.
5.
Oh, I didn't know it was gonna be heads, guys.
Okay.
Oh, sweet.
And Erica Badu looks at y'all and she says, you gonna learn today. And all of a sudden, all the books start floating. She has her wand out. She's like taking her big hat off. She's throwing stuff in the hat. Like things start shaking. It gets really bright. You hear like the voices of angels. There's a rainbow that flies in the window. Like everything that possibly crazy could happen is happening. And it fades to black. And when things come back into color, you are your 30-year-old selves sitting in Randy's Donuts. And you realize that Erica Badu, definitely an asshole, a little bit misunderstood. And that's why she sent y'all back, she sent y'all to the Forgotten Realms in the first place, to reawaken all your magic so you could fight Montero.
And slightly less good now about gruesomely murdering her.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Morgas? Or everyone?
I feel less good now about gruesomely murdering her. I'm not sure that I'm 100% repentant, because you could have said something. You could have dropped a hint instead of just taking my stuff.
Promise made, a promise kept.
Ooh, I don't like that phrase for some reason.
Buffy, how do you feel?
You know, deep down inside, I know that there's still something in me. I feel called to the crystals on my hands. I feel like they hold some type of power. But
Yes, Morgas?
Can I ask Buffy to look down at the bag that she's carrying right now?
sure.
Is it Jan?
Oh,
What's up, Jan?
And Jen goes,
Wait.
oh, I've missed you all so much.
Jan,
Moses,
man.
let me punch your hand real quick. Moses, let me punch your hand.
Do it, man. Do it, man.
I punch his hand.
It's a kick punch.
Oh! I missed you.
you my best friend, girl.
And you guys are sitting you're outside at Randy's Donuts, and all of a sudden you hear like a whole bunch of wings flapping, and you hear bird, bird. And Pitch comes and lands on the table.
What is up, my guy? Long time no see. I'm just gonna pick him up and put him back on my shoulder where he's supposed to be.
And Jan, she kind of hops up and she says, I have something for you. and she spits out a book. And the book says magical time travel. And all of a sudden, you guys remember that you heard that echo back in 1869, 1869, 1869.
I have an idea.
Are we having the same idea?
We should definitely do this, right?
If we
I
couldn't
think so.
kill him twice, maybe we go back and we get in the way before he even starts.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking.
That's the move.
Hey, Jan, do you have that food truck fry in there still?
And Jan goes, I don't know how you can think about food at a time like this, but bleh. And she spits out some French fries and the Mexican Coke.
1869 it is.
1869. And that is where we're gonna end. Woo! Season 2. We did it. We went back in time. We figured out why you guys got sent to the Forgotten Realms. And now in season 3, guess where we're going, y'all? Guess where we're going?
To the
Right
remembered realm.
to the Wild Wild West.
What?
What?
Season 3 of Blackness and Dragons will start in September. It's going to be Blackness and Cthulhu, and we're going to be playing in the Western add-on expansion pack because we all decided off screen that we want to be cowboys next season. We did it!
Yeah.
Yay.
Since this is our season finale and we won't be on screen together for a while, I'm just going to get super sappy and emotional and say that this really means a lot to me. This started out as a joke on my couch between my mom and I, just riffing back and forth. And I told Molly from Court of Corvids about it, and she said, I'm telling Jake to give you a time slot. This is actually an idea that you're going to go through with. And I was like, I can't go through with that. I've never DM'd before. And she harassed both Jake and myself until we gave in and made this a real thing. And it wouldn't be a real thing without the other 4 lovely people y'all see on your screen. It means a lot that y'all trust me enough and enjoy me enough to come do this with me every week.
Every part of the week.
And I have I said last week on Twitter when we were finished, it doesn't matter what horrible shit is happening in my week. And I think we can all agree in 2020 and 2021, we've had a lot of horrible shits happening in our week. The 2 hours that we're doing this, nothing else exists for me. And it's the best. I'm super happy. I love being Black. I love Black culture. I love the 4 of y'all. And I love that we get to tell dumb stories together and roll some dice. I'm Jordan. I'm the GM. My pronouns are she, her. You can find me during the week at Lambertra. In the 6 weeks or so that we take off, I'm going to be writing season 3 and some other one-off campaigns that I'll be running in the fall. More gals? Sorry, DK. I always
Both are true. Both are true.
fuck it up every time.
I am DK unless I'm here, and then I'm more Gauss. My pronouns are whatever's clever. When I'm not here, you can find me and Jordan doing stuff together eventually, now that we've gotten through some production issues. We're playing a non-magical D&D game. So come check that out at sap4crpg.com. You know who's not going to shamelessly plug their own shit? Moses.
It's true. I got no shit to plug except the ones that I put in my toilet. And if I plug it,
Oh,
it's
I
clogged.
knew you were going there, and I still hoped you wouldn't.
I'm always here to disappoint. But you know who's not here to disappoint? My girl, Kiki.
Hi, I'm Kiki. And now that I'm going to not be here for 6 weeks, I am going to be at home. You can maybe find me on the social medias as Life of Kiki or on Smells Like Teen Angst talking about angsty TV and movies and news. Other than that, I have no other tricks up my sleeve, unlike my boy Jeff.
What card were you thinking of? I always have a deck of cards right on screen just in case somebody alludes to the art of magic, the 7 of clubs. Nope. Sorry, should have been. My pronouns are he and him. I really have loved being able to the 7 of clubs be here with all of you. We'll see you next time. Yeah, take care of yourselves in the meantime. Life's crazy, but take care of yourselves. We love you. We appreciate all the support. Jordan, our fearless leader. So
Truly. As Jeff said, do take care of yourselves. The world is crazy. So watch your backs, get vaxxed, and get waxed. And then, if you want to watch other TTRPG adventures while we're gone, make sure that you're subscribed to Q Times. They've got great stuff happening basically every day. And also check out our friends at Shrimp and Crits. And also, if you want to learn about TTRPG or find out why people got into it, listen to the Secret Nerd podcast. That's it. Those are the end of my shameless plugs. We will see y'all in a
Boots is here.